Okay.
Don't worry, we're not being controversial. We're being healing.
Yes, amen.
Healing.
Not controversial.
Not controversial. Healing.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Literally.
There's a storm coming. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Hi guys, welcome back to the second episode of the G3S podcast. Now, I know you're probably like, G3S podcast? I thought it was the Skaters podcast. Like, what's going on? Basically, I filmed that first video like 2 months ago, guys. And I've been procrastinating it forever. I know Amir was probably like, girl, fuck is you doing? At the time, I wanted it to be the Skaters podcast because I just thought like, you know, it just makes sense. A podcast with skaters. But then I really thought about it. And I don't want it to be just the Skaters podcast. I want it to be my podcast, to do whatever I want. Because I've realized, like, a lot of people on social media are like, you know, you got to have one thing for, like, one account for one kind of thing, another account for another kind of thing, which is kind of true if you want the right type of audience. But I also want to do whatever the fuck I want. So I'm calling it the G3S podcast because G3S is my brand. Good girls go skating. Yeah, if you don't know, get to know. But yeah, so it is going to be called the G3S podcast. And in terms of how it's going to work, my whole account is not going to be just the podcast alone. It's going to be podcast episodes, tutorials. I say that lightly because I'm lazy. I don't know why I'm sitting in the middle, like the microphone's not here, but also why does it matter? Because you can hear me, because I'm loud as fuck. I'm actually like living out my year 8 dreams. No one asked, but I used to have a YouTube channel when I was in year 8 and it was actually really good. Like I was a really good editor. Like I had Final Cut Pro. By the grace of God, I didn't pay for it because what the heck. But yeah, like, and I was posting videos and people in my school were watching them, but then I just stopped because I just lost motivation. Because at the time, I didn't understand the process of like discipline and like actually doing something because you want to do it. I promise you, like, if I kept doing that YouTube channel from when I was in year 8, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. I promise you. I would be on I'm a Celeb. Do you know what I mean? I promise you. Because that's the direction I was going in. Okay, no, I say that, but I had like 100 subscribers. But I had faith in my craft. I was really fucking good, okay? It's like, and ever since then, I've kept thinking to myself like, oh, imagine if you just kept going with your channel. Imagine. But there's so much imagining you can do. Stop imagining, just do. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm 20, turning 21. And by the time I'm 25, I want to be successful. I want to be reaching my goals. I want to know that the past 5 years I've spent grinding. So when I get to 25, I can kick it back and relax. I don't know, like I've never been a 9-to-5 babe. Like I've had 9-to-5s. The longest one I had was Flippers. God bless Flippers. I'll always love that place for what they gave me. But like, I don't think I should be working for no man. It's just not written in the stars. It's not what God intended. Hello?
Yeah, hi, I'm here. What studio?
I'm looking at the mirror, I'm not looking at myself.
But put the headphones on.
Okay, wait. Mic check.
ASMR. Oh my God. Skate ASMR. I don't think it works.
It doesn't work.
No, not with that though. Hey, hello guys, and welcome to the second episode of the G3S podcast. Ooh. So before you came, I explained to them that I called it the Skaters podcast last time in the first episode, but it's rebrand, remix, all of that. The G3S podcast. Here we are with
Storm Skater.
Now, if you don't know who Storm Skater is, you must be living under some sort of rock. Okay, one of the OGs in the scene. Hey, okay.
So funny when you call me an OG because I still don't feel like an OG.
Okay, cool. So the first question I wanted to ask you was actually about your skate journey.
Yes.
Like, give us a brief bit about who Storm is and how we got to
this
Storm
point.
Skater.
Okay.
Yes.
So I've been skating for now, I think around 18 years. I think so. And I first started, as an adult. So I started 18 years ago as an adult, but as a child I also used to skate. And And then one day, one of my friends, so I always went to skate throughout my teenage life, but I never went. Do you get what I mean? Like, and then one day my friend, her boyfriend was at like, what's it called? Renaissance rooms.
Yeah.
And they were having their little tiffs.
Yeah.
So then she was like, we're going to go spy on him at the roller disco. All I heard.
Wait, Renaissance rooms?
Renaissance rooms.
Was that
that's Vauxhall. That's the original, that's the name.
I never went there, you know. I never ever got to experience
Wait.
that.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
She probably was. You weren't going to be able to be in there. You weren't going to be able to be in there.
Still in the womb,
You were
mate.
literally, well, not really. You were like, you were
Yeah.
a child. You were a child. But
Yeah.
so yeah, I went there. But all I heard was roller skating. I didn't hear spy. So I went there, and then literally from that day, I just never stopped.
Really?
I never stopped. And
so you went there and you saw some stuff that you liked. You said, yeah.
I saw people like, so you know, like as a young, just a young person, when you leaving school and then going out in the real world and you want to have fun, you want to go and dance and meet new people, meet adult friends. Every time I used to go nightclubbing, it was just so, I don't know, rigid. It was just so,
it doesn't give. It's like you go to the club with your one or two friends, you come out and you're done. You don't chat to anybody, you don't make any connections.
And if it is, it's mostly, you know, not PG-13 type of interactions happening, which is fine, but you want to be able to find your peoples because not all the time in school you found your people. So you're always searching. I never went to university, so I was like,
that's literally just like me. Like when I came out of A-levels, I didn't go to university either. And then literally as I came out that September, I found the skate scene. And I was like, damn, like,
that's your uni.
Yeah, exactly. If it wasn't for the skate scene, I'd be lonely. I wouldn't have a...
And this is weird because I know people know me as Miss Antisocial as well. But even when I'm saying this, like it does kind of like contradict like some of the stuff that I've actually experienced in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But like I was really looking for my peoples, and I still am looking for my peoples. Like I don't think that's going to be a thing that never stops. You're always going to find the people. So yeah, I just basically just continued to start skating and just skated. I met amazing promoters that were like, you know, like D Favourite and
I don't know who that is.
D is the one that does the Skate in Mind with Rumi.
Oh, okay.
So like
I actually didn't go to that.
You should really go. You should go to the next one because it'll be fun.
I was gonna say, did you go to that? But
yeah, I did, of course.
Did
but
you
not the
make it into
not we're gonna be peaceful. I didn't get to make it to Flippers, but I did make it to the other events. So it was still, I still had a good time. I got to do the street skate. I also got to go to the next event afterwards, which was in the sports hall.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah. You should definitely talk to him because you guys in your slow walking set, like I don't even know how to do what, like your guys' version of slow walking is not the version of slow walking that we did.
Okay.
This is like, when it comes to skating, this one day we need to talk about skate skill. So we can have another podcast where we actually talk about skills.
Okay.
Because there's been an evolution of skating,
definitely.
you know, in the skate scene. Even someone like me, and that's why I'm always humble when it comes to my skill. Even though some people don't think I am humble, I am. I'm humble when it comes to my skill and me adapting my skill because sometimes
there's always stuff to learn. Always stuff to learn.
Always.
Literally. And even when you think you've learned everything in London, look at America. Just 1 second.
Literally.
Just for 1 second.
But then also, London skating has evolved so much.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Evolved. Like, when people used to say, oh, does London have a skate style? No, London 100% has its authentic skate style that people from all different parts of the world come now to see it, which is, it's such a beautiful thing.
I love that for us. I love that for us as well. Okay, so just a quick question. What do you do now? Like, what do you do in life, your profession?
So at the moment, let's say before I was doing modelling, dancing with roller skates, teaching and promo work online. So Instagram promos and stuff like that. Yeah. At the moment, this year, even for everybody, we're living in a cost of living crisis. And so it's not as it's not as great as it was, but it's getting better because now it's also getting to summer season.
Yeah.
So at the moment I'm more focused on teaching
Yeah.
and getting other people better so that we can focus. The next thing,
I saw a clip from one of your lessons the other day.
You need to come on
it looked really good. I do.
I
I do.
need to get you on your spins because
Yeah. Oh, you do.
I be watching you. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, she's trying.
trying.
Sometimes still, but like
Yeah.
until like, and then think about it, I don't want to be like on there writing something, and it seems like, wait, why is she telling me what to do?
Yeah.
I'd rather see you in person, give you
person,
advice,
help
and then
me
maybe
out.
like watch you, be like breathe, you know. Like,
That's
things
it,
like
bro.
that,
I need to
literally.
breathe. That's so true. You know, like I don't know why I think that when I spin, I have to.
No,
Because how are you supposed to get through the whole spin if you're not breathing? Inhala.
it's just like
Exhala.
yoga. Even when you think about it, when you do that one foot and you put your leg up, it's
I've
like
never done yoga before, but
and that's something that she can do because this girl can do cartwheels and all that kind of stuff. And when you ain't done yoga, you need to slow it down.
so true.
Literally.
That's so true.
But yeah, so this year has been a little bit different. I have been doing the modelling and I did more presenting this last year as well, which was kind of cool. I did do some presenting.
Okay.
But like that's something I'm also looking into trying to do more on my end, but then I get a little bit nervous when it comes to like what you're doing right now is really like confident. Like you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna push through. It doesn't matter. Where I'm overthinking as I'm like in the planning stage.
Yeah, that's what I had to get out of.
Yeah.
I get stuck in that planning stage forever until I just procrastinate my way just out of it.
Yeah, so I procrastinate, but people think I'm busy. So it's weird because I'm a procrastinated busy person, which like makes no sense.
That's so real. That is the realest thing I've ever heard, you know, honestly.
Oh, wait.
Honestly.
Make it a t-shirt. We can do a collab.
I'm screaming. Is there anyone that you look up to as a skater or used to look up to?
Ooh. Anyone I look up to, like, well, because I came into the skates, I'm not going to ever, like, be dishonest, like, Skate Lisa. Like,
Why did I think you were going to say that? I don't know.
Because it is. It's just, from my perspective, it might not be other people's perspective. From my perspective, she's been one constant in my experience of skating and someone that is older than me and a female and doesn't care, does her. Yeah. It doesn't matter whatever people's judgments or whatever. She's
you know what?
I've
seen her, but I don't think I've ever properly met her. But like I follow her on Instagram. I've seen her around. But I even saw a video of one of my younger friends who's younger than me. But it's a video of him when he was like 12, like a couple years ago, jamming with her. Monet, yeah.
I love Monet.
We love you, Monet.
I love Monet. Monet, yes, literally. She is one of the most, I personally think, one of the most influential skaters in the UK. Probably the most influential skater. Because she's gone around. It's not just about, oh, how much followers you got. I'm sorry, that makes...
It
doesn't matter how viral you go.
Because we know who the real skaters are. We know
you can go viral but from dropping, and that really ain't nothing.
Literally.
No, but your drops are hilarious because I've been watching some of them because remember that I'm also the audience, so that's how I also kind of get to know who you guys are and see where your skill is because then when I see you again, I could be like, oh, yo, I saw you do this. Let's do this. You know what I mean? Because I don't see you guys, and the scene's got so big that you're not going to get to see everybody that you might have saw a couple of years ago and stuff.
It's true.
So it's like, it's a good way to just monitor, like I'm not monitoring, but kind of monitoring how people's progression is.
Do you know what? With saying the skate scene's so big, this is something I've been meaning to say for ages, yeah? So you know, when I first started in like 2021 and like I was skating in 2022, whenever I would see a skater on the roads, I would smile at that skater because I probably know that skater, or like if we're both on skates, like we're both gonna smile at each other because we're both, we're together. But now it's like when I see a skater, like if I smile at a skater, they're actually probably not gonna smile back. They're gonna ignore me because they don't see it the way I see it. I see it as, oh my gosh, it's one of my brothers. Like, yeah, but they're just like, we just have skates, that's it. Yeah. We have nothing in common. I'm like, oh.
But also remember, you started in the actual pandemic. That's a different understanding and feeling and understanding of the connection with your roller skates. You guys have got a different connection with roller skates than even I would, because the world stopped. And you found roller skating and it saved all of you guys' lives. That's one thing I'm going to say, like, I call them corona rollers, all the corona rollers, roller skating saved your lives. Yeah. And it saved my life during it, but I still had it. I had it before. A lot of you skaters who found it saved your life. It was the MacGuffin or whatever, like the object. Of,
no, it's true. It's true. And before we move on, so I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Your number one skating pet peeve?
Ooh. Teachers who don't know how to teach roller skating and who have only been skating maybe a year. Maybe 2 years we can say, 2 years I can say some skaters, you can teach. But
also I think if you're, let's say you're someone who's been skating for 2 years and you've been practicing this one thing and that's your bag, then I hear it.
Stay in that bag though.
But also...
stay in that bag. Stay in that bag.
But are we talking teachers as in people who like charge to teach in person or people that teach online as well?
Ooh, we got both. Oh, that was a good one. That's a good one. So yeah, I remember back in 2020 when I was watching a lot of the Corona rollers and I was very vocal back then. Too vocal. Where I used to write on people's...
You had to be there.
Yeah, but you had to be there to understand because you kind of understand it in... Like, especially on TikTok and stuff where, you see things and you're trying to like, you want to help, but on their side, it's like you're attacking them or bullying them or being negative. And it's like, no, I'm not being negative. I'm basically trying to make sure that no one else takes your advice and breaks their leg. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it seems like I'm being horrible, but you wouldn't. And then on their side, they're like, I want to share because I care. And people are asking me, people are asking you, you know what you should do? You know what you should do? Show them the people that you're learning from, but then also you should also get better and then showcase it. But also like what you did, I've watched your ones where you're like, I'm not a teacher, this is how I got to where I'm getting to, and you break it down. If you can break it down and it's like breaking it down, that's great. But if you're just trying to get from zero to the end of the move, don't even bother.
Don't even bother. Yeah. Because I try to like, I try to, for example, how I learned how to chop and shuffle. I learned from Dirty Deborah.
Okay.
You know about Dirty Deborah, yeah? That's my fucking queen.
You love it, yeah.
I took it when she came to Flippers. I took a picture with her. Like I was ecstatic. But yeah, I learned a different way than some other people. You know, some people do like I do the step.
Yeah,
but I do bubbles and then S's and then crossovers.
No, but that's what I do as well. So,
okay.
So I do, yes. She learned Dirty Deb.
Dirty Deb, you're the real G.
Yes.
You're the real G.
I was thinking who the fuck sorry. I was thinking who actually, because when I was watching your backwards the other day, I was like, oh, yo, because you know what I'm talking about. You know when people don't lift.
Yeah.
A little crossover pet peeve. That's one thing.
Okay.
People that think they are crossing over and their back foot is stepping and not their front foot is stepping.
Do you know what? Jack Matthews actually said something about that. He made a video and it was like that sometimes you're not chopping, you're just crossing over. So he was saying like when you don't lift up your feet, you're not actually chopping, you're just crossing over.
But I don't personally think the back foot crossing is even a crossover.
Yeah,
it's not a crossover.
It's not really.
It's not a crossover. I don't consider it I just think it's... So now I'm maybe this one's more controversial. It's wrong.
Okay, that is a wild
It's
statement.
more wrong because, all right, so it's more wrong. It's more, even like I've been around artistic skaters and they kind of do that back one. But when you really watch them, they actually really step over with the front foot. Do you understand? Like, so... But yeah,
it's true.
We'll do another podcast.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, but at the end of the day, though, skate how you want to skate, chop how you want to chop, do what you need to do.
I'm gonna say about the people that teach and they teach for money. I used to have an issue with it, but this is my new take. If you want to waste your money, because you're gonna eventually come to someone like me. So do what you do.
Big part.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because what else are you gonna do?
Do you have a name for your class, or is it just like?
I did Storm Skate Academy, but I also go by Storm Skater. Like it's really just because sometimes I'm doing it with Skate Cabal, sometimes I'm doing it with.
She's just doing world tours at this point.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to go, and then I go abroad.
Have you been to them retreats? That you know that retreat that happens in like Portugal or something?
Nah.
Oh, that looks good though.
Nah.
Oh. Like
you know what I mean? I'm here about healing. I'm all about healing. So if you want to get to the
let's get into it. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of this conversation. Okay,
if you're in the skate scene, you're from London, if you're from worldwide, if you've come to England, you come to Flippers, you notice that I don't go there. We haven't officially, but I'm going to say it with my words, because I'm not going to make Christabel say anything that maybe someone can use against her, so I'm going to use it with my own words. I am banned from what I was told from Flippers. It's the person who made that happen, kind of, I would say, but that person, we have a private situation, and it's not even that private, I personally don't think, but we have a private situation, and because I'm amazing, someone didn't want me to shine in front of other people. But also, during that time when a lot of things were happening, during the pandemic, a lot of things were happening to me, good and bad. And I had to cut off people, good and bad, who it didn't matter who you were. All right? You could have done something bad to me, you got cut off. You could have done something good to me, but you might not.
So just life was kind of lifing at that point.
Life was lifing.
And you were just, God was just bringing people in and out of your life.
In and out. And I had to just like we said about the retreat, I had to I'm not dealing with this because literally last week it was another person. So, and imagine that on one person dealing with that. And also I was the face of, not so much, that's when you're asking me that was like the good question about what are you doing now? The face of getting adverts, music videos, and different types of work in the media. I have been, and someone who really looking out for me said maybe I shouldn't do the podcast because it doesn't want me to say something that could be working against me. The ban has ripple effect that I've kind of been blackballed, which is part of the game.
Kind of, I don't even know if kind of is.
I have been blackballed.
I think that that's just us speaking facts.
Yeah. We know that that's where it is. But if I said that to the person, they will say, but you're not supposed to be a part of everything, Aishwarya. That's what I was told. When the beginning of the Black Ball happened, I was told by certain skaters that shouldn't be teaching for money. I'm not going to name your name, but you know you're watching this. That I shouldn't be a part of it, and that I'm... my attitude and stuff like that is literally she literally went to people and told them if they're new students, don't go to Storm. She's rude, she's disrespectful. And I found that out because she accidentally told me what she was saying. like I'm reading what you're saying. Like, I don't go around, I've not stopped anyone's money.
Trying to stop someone's bag is crazy.
Well,
it's crazy.
Actually stopping someone's bag is actually more crazier. Yeah.
And can I just say, like, I don't know the ins and outs of all these situations, because when all of this was going on, I was in the scene, but I was still like, I wasn't so involved. Like, when there was this whole Instagram live thing going on, I didn't really.
But that wasn't even that. That was the end. That wasn't the whole thing. That's the thing. That's the end of it.
See, now I feel like a lot of people saw the Instagram live and saw like kind of the fallout after that, and just heard a lot of here and there, and then all just kind of went away with this vibe of like, okay, so let's stay
away from Storm. Let's abandon Storm. We got all of our skills from Storm, but let's abandon her. Let's abandon the black woman. I'm not gonna dot. That's what I have to do with that one. I don't need to say anything more. Whatever you need, let's abandon the black woman, which is normal because we live in a Western society. This is what I used to say about all my lives. I told everything. When I used to do my lives, and I got in trouble for the lives because I was telling them they were gonna get used and make sure that you read your contracts, make sure that you get the right things. Yeah. Why do you think they didn't want the most professional person who was getting the most money?
Nah, facts, because you're actually going to go for your bag. Like, you're actually going to say, hello, no, you owe me more because I can do more. Yeah. Guys, don't let these, because there's a lot of skaters nowadays, I feel like there will be a lot of opportunities for us. Don't let these companies play you.
Don't let them play you. There's another thing. I ain't trying to take no one's bag. I was all about giving people advice. I literally... There's so much people. I'm not gonna name a name. There was someone in the skate scene that got really good. No one was really paying her any mind. She got good. She was one of the skaters that started the whole, when the girls in the braids and they were doing the spins in the beginning of the pandemic, and got like opportunities. But like I got them, like not got them good. I was helping them out. I gave advice. They flew out. had an amazing experience. I got them another but then now, because of certain things that happened, and I told you about, when we talked about how people abandoned me, when they see me in life now, they don't say hello to me. And another thing, yeah, I don't know if you guys understand, yeah, people in the skate scene, the dead giveaway of you showing that you're speaking about someone is not saying hello to them. The dead giveaway, like I say hello to all you, even if I speak about you, because I've spoken about you in when I was speaking about people, it was on the live. I let them come on the lives. I wasn't like
you stood on your business.
I'm South London till I die.
Where you from?
I'm from Deptford. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm a Catford babe.
I know, I know.
Okay.
You're like, but look how big the scene's got like over in Deptford sides as well, which has been
facts.
beautiful. But yeah, I'm from Deptford. Like I'm used to not controversial, not being. I'm used
but
to
you're
people,
used to like there's animosity, like you're used to animosity.
Yeah, not animosity in conversation. I'm used to people talking back. If I need to say something to you, I'm used to you saying it back.
Yeah,
I'm not used to people like I'm saying something to you and you shut down. I'm not used to that.
Yeah, and then you just go and talk about
me behind your back and then go and like have Chinese whispers. I'm not used to that, because like even like this, me doing this podcast, I haven't spoken, guys, for a whole year. I haven't said nothing for a whole year about flippers, about being blackballed, about the situation that did happen. The thing about, I do want to talk about the situation that did happen, but I want to see what happens with this one first.
Yeah, that's
absolutely, you know what I mean? Fine. Because let's see if people want to know what exactly happened. Yeah. We're going about it, but when you guys, some people don't even realize I was banned from banned from flippers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Some people don't even know that. They assume I've been going.
Okay. Or they might be assuming that you just don't want to go.
That as well, because there's certain people that don't actually want to go to flippers because they don't feel the vibe. Like I've had so many people comment to me that they don't like going there because it's like a weird vibe, and I don't understand what that means, because when I go places, I do know what that means, but I never let that kind of
you go there and create your vibe that you want to be around.
Do you know what I mean? But you're like, I'm a really good skater. So.
But let me ask, so you being kind of blackballed, has that had like, does that ever have like an emotional effect on you?
Yes.
Like, do you ever sit there and you're like, damn, like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, like you just think about how like people think towards.
Yeah, during the time, like, imagine, okay, you worked most of your adult life, working so hard to like, for you, my skill, and then during the pandemic, I was trying to make other people better, and I actually did it. And then the most famous people in the world come over, and you're told you're not welcome, even though you're one of the reasons why this whole thing is even happening. Like, I'm not even trumping my horn. I'm known all around the world. Like, I'm not known in just England, London, America.
And also, just because you don't see someone on your For You page every day does not mean that they're not a bad boy skater and the people them don't fucking know about them. Let me just say that.
Yeah, being viral don't mean shit. I'm sorry. Yeah. Being viral don't mean shit. And being a one-trick pony also don't mean shit either. It really doesn't, because if you're a one-trick pony, you put yourself in front of like performing and stuff like that. What, you're just gonna do one thing,
and then now what?
now what? Or you get advert and you done the same thing, and no one's gonna hire you next year.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like, so I have gone through like the beginning when it happened, when all them like Americans came over, all the people I looked up to come over, but there were some American skaters that didn't come over, which I was surprised about as well. So then I kind of reached out to them to see what I was going for them as well, because I was like, what's going on? It's not just me. It was in other scenes, they were kind of blackballed as well. So I was just really sad, really depressed, really like confused about like that last live that we had, that you saw. I thought that live was, so we squashed the beef. I thought that was the live. The way they ended was like, so, because there was a mediator in the live, and they said, so will she be like they even said, will she be welcome? And he said yes. And then when it happened, it never happened. So that first night, the opening and stuff, people went down and spoke to him and tried to get me in. he said no, not until after the opening. That's what he said. Then it was, people asked again. Then it was, what I said about Libby, okay? And whatever I said about Libby, and I'm going to come on there right now because this is one of the things I said, because I wrote down, because when Christabel asked me to do this, it's a very taxing situation for me because it's emotional that she's asking. It's very, oh my God, what should I need to make sure I'm careful.
And obviously I wouldn't have asked if she was not comfortable with talking about this. So
I've had to think about things I want to say and get across.
How you want this to come across,
yeah. So when this first situation happened, when I went over to Flippers and I wasn't allowed in because of previous situations with a personal person, and then it also, I don't know, it escalated into other things which I don't understand either. I got so mad that I already knew who Liberty Ross was. So I take in information a lot, and I already know goss. So I just reiterated the goss. But we have troublemakers in our scene who watch and report back. Not to report back for anything good. They're reporting back so they get brownie points and think they're going to be able to get up in the scene. I still ain't seen this advert with you in it. Anyways.
But
it's true. It's
so
true.
funny because I don't even know who she's talking about, but like that's so funny. Sorry,
I'll tell you afterwards.
We can.
I'll tell you afterwards. But like, do you get what I mean? Like they'd be literally waiting for me to go on the live and be like, because they knew I was distressed, and I was like, the first time I went to the Flippers situation and I didn't really know what it was. Like I was just going because my friend told me to go, and then I was kind of like told I weren't welcome. Why am I not welcome? Because of a personal issue.
So wait, then you went. So obviously you went and said things about Liberty on.
I was like, who is she? I don't know who she is. All I know, this is what I said. Who is she? I don't know who she is. All I know is the tabloid shit. That's what I said.
But now, would you take that back?
And then now this is where I'm going to come back. I publicly apologise to Liberty Ross. I do not know you, Libby. You do not know me. And whatever issues, you don't know me. You never seen me in your life. And if you have, you never said hello to me. Okay? I don't know you. I've never seen you in your life. I've never walked with you. I never talked with you. I never done nothing. I apologise for chatting your business. I had no right to chat your business. And that's where I was wrong.
I like that. What did we say at the start?
I don't remember.
It was like, no something, just healing.
Oh, just healing.
No controversy.
Just healing.
Just healing. That's really nice.
That's like, but I wanted to be able to say that.
Public violations deserve public apologies. So
yeah. Like, you know, and I don't know if that's I'm not doing it for something.
Yeah.
I'm doing it because it's the right thing to say. That's the one thing I know. For real, I was out of order for that. And that's something that's being used against me. That is like, okay, yeah, that's the one that I'm like, yeah, man, I get it. I get why she might not mess with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like sometimes when you're, especially because you already had that prior issue with somebody that worked there, it's kind of, it would have been hard for you to like stop in that moment and be like, okay, cool, I'm in the wrong for this. It's at that point, it just seems like everything's falling on top of you and you're just like, it's everyone against you. Yeah.
I'm like, I need some air. Help me. Jesus. I'm in the desert. Like, I'm like, that's how I felt. It was too much for real. It was too much.
Screaming.
You know what I mean? Like, but like I said, that's the one thing I apologise for. There has been other claims that I'm a bully as well. Just check who gives... Please, when people talk, remember who they are, okay? Remember who they are and how they depict other people around them as well. If you know someone's a pathological liar, and they say they get boyfriends, and that's my boyfriend, and that's my boyfriend, that's my boyfriend, that's my boyfriend, oh yeah, that's my boyfriend, that's my boyfriend, that's my boyfriend, that's my boyfriend, oh yeah, I got a job, I'm going somewhere like that, that's my boyfriend, yeah? And they ain't your boyfriends, they're just probably sleeping with you. No, but it's true. Okay, please be careful. And you, as a skate scene people, you see this and you know it's a pattern. Then they come out and say, I done something to them physically when I have never physically hit no one. I'm a trained martial artist. Why would I go about just hitting people, guys? Okay? And also, remember...
If she's going to lick someone down, you're going to know. Okay?
I ain't going...
Okay.
And I also ain't stupid enough to do it in a venue. I've never had an issue inside of a venue. Whatever anyone wants to say about me, please, I need the stories as well. Because everything they say about me, there's no stories. You know why there's no stories? Because they don't want to talk about themselves.
Because then we have to talk about both sides.
Because did you see right there? I did... Right, I put my hands up to be like I am wrong.
Yeah.
I need people to do that as well, please. Whatever you've done in the past, it might not be nothing to do with me. It might be just to do with your life, yeah? I've had so much self-accountability shit that I've had to do in the last year. Like, even like, all right, that didn't deserve that. Maybe I should have been cool with that. Maybe I should have... in the recent year, or like last 2 years, I've realised that I'm either on the spectrum of being autistic and ADHD. This is also like another thing. If you watch this whole interview, I've been talking with my hands, okay? That's not a normal thing. Yeah, it's something, it's a sign. But I made sure I said it at the end so you guys can watch and see some of my traits that I do and then maybe connect it that I'm not chatting rubbish. With that, there's a lot of stuff. Groups, not getting along with people, not misunderstanding things, seeing things that people can't see. I see detail like crazy. That's why I can teach the way I teach. I can see people act a weird way with me. I can feel energies. I can feel certain
Autism
things.
is a superpower.
It's a superpower,
in my personal opinion.
It is, but it's not.
And not, I guess. But not just because Kanye said it one time. Because I genuinely do feel like people who are neurodivergent, like, as you said, they have a different way of seeing things. They think differently about things. And it's always going to, not always, but a lot of times, it can be applied in a good way. For example, you know them people who are autistic but they're super smart, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Things like
and
that.
I wasn't at the moment.
Or someone who's really talented.
Yeah,
Like
so I'm really talented, but at that moment in time, like being like autistic or ADHD, whatever, or both at the same time, I had so much energies coming towards me, and I've never had that before. I've never wanted to be popular. Okay, I've never wanted to be, I want to be respected and liked. That's what I wanted to be. I don't want to be liked anymore. All I want to do is be respected. I don't want to be liked anymore. You don't need to like me. You can respect me though. And I'll respect you back. I don't need to like you, but I can respect you back. One thing that used to get on my autistic brain's nerves was, I brought it up earlier, the high thing. If I've met you before, and especially if I've taught you and stuff, we don't need to be best friends. But common courtesy is just to say hello to someone. Don't
even have to hug me, just
wave. Even this.
Yeah.
That's enough.
To smile.
Yeah. I don't need to be up in your business. But I just find it disingenuous when you act like you can't see me. That's another, like I said.
Because then to me, it's like there's a reason why you're doing that.
You've been chatting about me.
Yeah, exactly. Or you've heard something from someone and you now think, oh, let me stay away from such and such because...
With my neurodivergent mind, if I hear something about somebody, I might hold it for a bit. And then I might hear something and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have to tell them. The only time I don't tell someone something is if like someone goes, please don't say nothing. But then sometimes I have to go back to the source and be like, yo, are you sure?
Yeah.
Because what I'm seeing ain't that. Like there's a lot of researching that I'm doing. And that's what I've been doing in the last year. It's been researching myself, understanding what my triggers are, understanding what this is. Because before I was super duper depressed. I didn't know what it was. And that's a lot of people that in my prior life that don't talk to me now. They didn't know. They were like, yo, you're so nice. But then there was like another side to me that didn't make no sense to them. And that's the neurodivergent person, the one who was like super duper passionate but couldn't express why I'm
also being a strong black woman doesn't help. It doesn't help at all.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help.
Because people think that you just have like such tough skin and you could just firm everything. Look what
happened to me. Anybody,
yeah, exactly.
This is the thing I'm going to end it with, yeah? If I was a white lady and I spent most of my life, my adult life, working on something, yeah, helping people, progressing them, helping a town that wasn't known for a certain thing become a town that's known for a certain thing by like influencing and helping and all that kind of stuff, people. And then it happens for that town. And then when all the famous people from the world comes, remember I'm a white woman right now, comes over and I'm told because of a previous relationship or friendship or whatever has crumbled and deteriorated, and they're like, I don't want you to shine. I don't want you to outshine me. You're not allowed, and I'm going to chat shit about you to other people so they feel the same way about that. Or I'm not even going to chat shit. I'm just going to make your craziness also work against you. If that happened to a white lady and then she killed herself, you'd be like, yeah, man, that makes sense. She worked so hard that it got taken away from her, but no one thought about that for me. Everyone was like, no, Storm doesn't need to be a part of that.
Yeah.
What do you mean Storm didn't need to be a part of that? Most of you guys are starting, most of these skaters, not these new ones. So I'm going to say 2023 skaters, no. 2024 skaters, not so much either, but maybe. The ones online or international, but UK, no. Yeah, but 2022 skaters, 2021 skaters, 2020 skaters, 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016, 2015, 2014, 2013, 2012, 2011, 2010, 2009. Me.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
That's it.
Also, can I say just about what you said, obviously autism and whatnot. Do you find that sometimes you might like, what's the word? You might say something, but you really, in your mind, you really don't mean for it to come across that way.
No, yeah.
But I do find that autistic people can be quite blunt sometimes.
we're too
Obviously,
blunt.
everybody's the same,
We're too blunt.
but you lot are just...
We're too blunt.
And a lot of people can't take that. We can't take that.
But that's this the thing. Another thing, like when I don't want still being blunt. I don't want everybody to like me as well, but I want people to not feel offended by what I say. Yeah. Because I have to, exactly what you're saying about the bluntness. I'm a Sagittarius as well, which makes me even more blunt. So I'm a Sagittarius, autistic, maybe ADHD situation is like a whole thing. That's something I'm working on as well, because it is, because sometimes I've me and Johnny. Oh, I want to make sure that you guys know I love Johnny. I love him. I'm so thankful to God that
How long have you guys been friends?
4 years now.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
I'm thankful for God for bringing that man into my life. I want to make sure I mention.
I feel like you two go hand in hand.
Literally.
Yeah.
I understand. For years and years, I never had that kind of connection in roller skating ever. I never had that. I had cool, like we're friends. We might do a lot. Like a lot of you guys think that some of our friendships were real friendships. I don't think, me now, like knowing what a friendship is in skating, I don't think some of us were actually really friends.
No, yeah, it's true.
I think some of us were just like, we had a common interest.
Yeah.
And there wasn't many of us out there.
Yeah.
And so we had a friendship, but when it came down to it, that's why certain things happened the way it has happened.
Yeah.
Because they truly weren't my friends. And it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I don't need you to be my friend, but one thing I would love you guys to do, and I'm going to do that. Because what if I do my lessons, or you guys know about Deptford Lounge, they do an open session where people can come down. What if I
skate?
Yeah, you can come down like on the third Thursday, you can come down and skate and stuff. Yeah.
I didn't know this.
It's for £5, but you can literally And I'll tell you, but it's better when you go in half term because you get both the rooms. You get the one with the studio and you get the...
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So what if I said, I'm not allowing you to come? That'd be crazy. I'm never gonna do something like that. I
might keep that on the low because I don't want everybody and their mum there. So we won't. I'm not gonna put exactly.
Okay, wait. So take that bit out. Maybe what if I scenario where I have a place and I'm there and I'm like have an issue with somebody and I'm like you can't come in because I have an issue with them. I'm not gonna say you can't come in. I'm never gonna do that. We're just not friends. We don't have to be friends with everybody. Yeah. And what I did, and I didn't realize that maybe this was the wrong way to do it. I gave everybody a common courtesy to be like, yo, I'm going to tell you I might not really be cool with you like that. I'll say hi though. And people didn't take it that way. They were like, you're leaving us. And if I was such a bad person, me leaving would have been actually a blessing.
Would have been good. Ooh.
You would have been actually upset that I left. Ooh. Just remember that.
Okay.
I
feel like I have like a handful of friends in the scene.
But that's good.
Like I feel like I could probably count them on like 2 flipping fingers.
That's good. And then the rest are associates. Gonna say, and don't make no one make you feel guilty, because people did that to me. No one to make you feel guilty that you just have associates. Yeah. Okay.
I also find that the more friends you have, the more mouths to feed. Not like I'm not trying to, But like at the same time, like
I like that one.
It's not.
No.
It's not that deep.
It really isn't. You should really just like whoever connects with you.
She about to tell us to get the fuck out.
And that's a great way to end
the episode.
This podcast. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you very much for being a lovely guest. Where can they find you?
So you guys can find me on Instagram, Stormskater, TikTok, Stormskater, Facebook, Stormskater, and Aishwarya Johnson. If you want to, get a little bit personal.
Okay.
And YouTube, Stormskater. I need to work on that one a little bit more. And also Linktree, Stormskater.
Yeah. Okay. Also, do you want to show them your skates real quick?
Oh, my beautiful skates.
Guys, she's got custom skates from Rydell, right?
Yes.
Do you know how?
Oh, yeah, I'm sponsored by Rydell.
Do you know how much of a big boy skater you have to be to have Rydell make you skates?
So I'm sponsored by me. Oh, let me go on the screen. Me and CJ are the only two in the UK that are sponsored by Rydell. So we're Rydell superstars.
Show them close to the camera.
So it says, it's the lightning bolt. I designed this and Stormskater, but it's inverted at the moment.
So cold.
So I designed these. These are my second pair. I'm gonna get a third pair.
This is embroidered on there, like one guys.
These are embroidered.
And this boot is not cheap. This boot is actually not cheap as well.
So I manifested this in my first year of roller skating.
Oh yeah. So that's what I need to do.
You need to manifest and
manifest
purpose. Like right now, what you're doing with this podcast, you don't know where this is gonna go. You really don't. Like I'm saying, when I said about me doing presenting, all that kind of stuff, because people know you can talk.
Yeah.
It ain't just gonna be about roller skating. You can know other things. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Yeah. Andrew, how old are you?
20. Turning 21.
She's 20.
Okay, cool. We do have to wrap this up.
Yes.
Though. So yeah, it's been a very great episode.
Yeah, no, this was fun.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
Also, I like the young skaters. I like the young skaters.
I'm screaming. Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys very much for listening. Bye.
That was lovely.
That was fucking great. Hey.